Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day or evening. And I thought of something else I'd like to share. There's Zoe. I thought she was fixing to get in her pot, but she wasn't. I'm trying to find a good angle here. I reckon this will work. The thing seems crooked. Now that's all askew. Yeah, I wanted to tell you something kind of cute. You know how I've admitted to being conspiratorial. Now listen, I don't buy into all kinds of weird stuff like I think that I'm going to go ahead and pass on that actor-based reality. As fascinating as it is, though, really. It just... I see some problems with it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not familiar, it's where they think that... Some of the people, too, they think that, for example, the same actor that plays John McCain... Now, remember how I'm wording this. They feel the same actor that plays John McCain also plays Henry Winkler, the Fonz, and Ahmadinejad. I kid you not. So some of these are just a little, I think I'm going to go ahead and let that go. But for the most part, I'm very open to exploring alternative theories. I like to call myself a conspiracy investigator. I forgot what I like to call myself for a minute. Yeah, conspiracy investigator rather than a conspiracy theorist, because of course we've been trained by the CIA to freak out when somebody says conspiracy and run to the hills. Now, the reason why I'm coming at you is kind of twofold once again. One is, well, something interesting unfolded recently. And it has to do, evidently, I did not see the interview, but I saw people speaking of the interview, including Lionel Nation. Megyn Kelly, in her desperate search for ratings, has decided, I guess she interviewed Alex Jones. Oh, and I think they cut out part of the interview, too, or was that something else I was seeing? Oh, no. Let me just skip that for a minute and get on to this thing. Okay, I'll come back to that in a minute. Stephen Colbert, I think it is. One of those yahoos, and I watched the interview too, I just can't remember which guy it is. I think it's Stephen Colbert. He interviewed Oliver Stone a couple nights ago about that, because Oliver Stone did that Putin interview, remember I told you? I just assume that you watch every stinking video I put up, but anyhow. Oliver Stone had spent a considerable amount of time with President Vladimir Putin, pardon me while I cough, of Russia. You might have heard of Russia. It's hardly in the news anymore. It's unbelievable. And so he was asked to come on I'm just going to call it Colbert. I think it was him. And he was getting, I don't know, somehow when they were doing the questioning, Oliver Stone was asked something about, don't you find it disturbing about how Russia interfered with our election and all this jazz? Now, this part was cut out of the official interview, ladies and gentlemen, because Oliver Stone said that he thought that was, I'm just going to paraphrase, a bunch of male bovine excrement. And he said, if anybody, why don't we concentrate on Israel? He said the same stuff I've been saying. I'm sure he watches my video series, and that's where he got it. No, but he said, why don't we get upset over Israel, who really does interfere with things and kind of runs the show? And they cut that part of the interview out, ladies and gentlemen. You tell me. You tell me. Who was it who said, one of the philosophers, Voltaire. You kind of, I'm paraphrasing, I'm adding to it. You'll know who runs the show by those you're not allowed to criticize. Okay, that was a complete paraphrasing. Whatever. Okay, getting back to the conspiracy theory. Okay, no, wait a minute. I don't remember where I was. I was bloviating about, how I enjoy a good conspiracy theory and how people freak out, and I like to be called a conspiracy investigator and all that jazz because, I don't know what it is. Megyn Kelly and Alex Jones. God almighty, help me. She interviewed him, evidently, and it caused a big stank. Just to make the story super short, evidently advertisers have backed away and all this because she had the nerve, the chutzpah, the gall to interview Alex Jones. I am not an Alex Jones fan. I like how he brought some things to light over the years, but I don't like his delivery or his personality. It's off-putting to me, okay? But why are people so freaked out to give these conspiracy theorists a voice. Why can't we just let them be heard, ladies and gentlemen, without pulling our advertising out or clutching pearls and demanding justice? Come on, let them speak, ladies and gentlemen. They won't. They will not let them speak, because a lot of times, even Alex Jones, I know it's a shock, has something to offer that is legitimate. I know it's, probably not going to believe that. Okay. In closing, quit your exhaling. There's one person in my life who is the least conspiratorial person I've ever known. Honest to Pete, I cannot get over it. I mean, my mother is more open to this jazz than the person I'm fixing to mention. Just take a guess who it is. Perpetual. I was telling Mick this last night as we were strolling along the shores of Conneaut Lake, taking photos of a mother mallard and her little babies. Yeah. Thinks that Lee Harvey Oswald murdered Kennedy from the school book depository, not suppository. Yeah, everything is as it's been presented on television, ladies and gentlemen. There's no question. ABC News is correct. There's nothing conspiratorial ever. That is the end of the story. Yeah. Imagine Perpetual's, I don't know, horror over my shenanigans. He gets really concerned that I'm going to, I don't know, what would I do? Am I hurting anybody by looking into this stuff, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me. Am I harming another human being by simply looking into, if somebody says, Roger Stone. Oh, Roger Stone's a horrible person. He says terrible things, and he's a big, thinks that LBJ killed Kennedy and stuff. Guess what I do? Yes, I go look at Roger Stone to see why is everybody freaked out over this? Anything the corporate media or the official talking heads or whatever are going on about in a negative way, Lisa Hauserman is going to do that Basset Hound impersonation and sniff it out. Basset Hounds get carried away and they often just wander off. Yeah, it's because of their nooks and crannies and everything's designed to hunt down the rabbit or whatever. Okay, that's all. Lounging with Lisa, the video series has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the evening. Clearly, I have to drink something. Signing off. Bye-bye now.